It's certainly not been going the way you guys want to.
No.
But here's Saturday, a chance to kind of end that regular season on a good note, get yourself some momentum, and honor your senior class. There's a little bit of a chance to kind of maybe get things going back in the right direction.
We've been trying to do just that for weeks, and so as I'm getting ready for the Liberty game, they've won 5 games in a row, and we're on a spot where we've lost 5 in a row, and now we've lost 5 of those. We've had leads in the majority of those, except for one, and they've all been a possession or 2 final decisions. But the bottom line is we've shot ourselves in the foot too many times with either turnovers or missed easy shots or fouls or rebounds that we didn't get. So we've got to just clean that stuff up. And so yes, it's an opportunity to recognize the seniors on a senior night, play a team that's going to be third or second in our conference and is playing as well as anybody in our conference right now. And so it's an opportunity to try to get some of that positive momentum as we head into the conference tournament.
And you mentioned them being tier 3. For you guys right now, it's kind of way up. I mean, you could be anywhere from 4 to 8, if I look to the right, 4 to 7.
Yeah.
I mean, it's certainly, this game is big for you guys from a seeding standpoint.
All of the games have been big for us. And yes, this is a big game from a seeding standpoint, but honestly, it's not even about seeding right now. It's just about playing good basketball and trying to maintain composure, maintain your poise, make fundamental plays, and finish them. I think when we do those things, we're not that bad. But when we don't, then we are bad. And so it is about seeding, but it's really about just trying to play our best.
Mentally after Saturday's game in the way that it has been, a
Yep.
lot of times when you're on a rush streak like this, a game like that can really demoralize players like that. How do you as a coach try to uplift them when you have a game like that?
I think that's a great observation and great question because, yeah, I'm as frustrated and aggravated as anybody else, but I know that they're young ladies, they're young women, and so at home when I got home that night, I sent a text to every one of them and said, hey, just keep believing, keep you're going to do great things, and trying to encourage them to stay positive because that's something that they've done a super job of throughout this rough stretch. They've come to practice with great energy, with great focus. They've been competitive. They've done well in practice. They've prepared. They've done everything that you want great teams to do, and because of that, they deserve a chance to win, and we've had those chances. We just haven't gotten it done, and so I think that's we haven't practiced today yet, but I believe that they'll come back in with the same type of attitude that we've had the past, ready to go and ready to win.
Last year, you had several of those games where you were down big and wound up coming back.
Right.
This year, it's been the opposite, particularly in this stretch. As a coaching staff, what do you do to kind of maybe emphasize and kind of maybe keep the girls from going, oh no, here it comes again?
Yeah, and you kind of felt and saw that on their faces a little bit in the last game against FIU, and so you try to get them calmed down during timeouts. Last year we had a little bit deeper rotation, and so we were able to get players some breathers and some moments to regain composure. We did that even in the FIU game. Caitlin Staley had an easy shot, missed it. You could just see it just deflated her. So I took her out and said, listen, you're going right back. Just get yourself back together and get ready to go back in and play. And so we try to do those things during the flow of the game. Right now, the best thing would just be to be successful. Just to have a little success, to see the balls go in the basket, to see a rebound come your way, to see the things happen that you practice and do every day, and to be successful. I think that would help a whole lot.
Now, I'm still I think this is still kind of this COVID thing, so I'm not 100%. All your seniors, are they being recognized Saturday, or is it still kind of up in the air that some might be seniors, some may not be seniors because of COVID?
Yeah, we're going to recognize all the seniors on Saturday. Yeah, we'll have Aaliyah Pitts, Destiny Sowery, Odie Bencourt, Teresa Faustino all be recognized. Those are all of our seniors.
And what have they kind of meant to you guys this
Well,
year, but beyond?
Yeah, they're all, especially, players like Teresa who've been here and been through it a little bit longer than some of the others. And, I keep bragging about Teresa's grade. She's a mechanical engineer major with like a 3.97 GPA. I can't remember exactly. And it's just impressive, and how she helps her teammates. And Odie and Destiny and Leah. Leah, has been here for a while as well. And so they've all been real positive, and they've worked hard. We just haven't had the success that we expect, that we feel like we have put the work in to experience, and sometimes things have just gone the opposite way that we wanted them to.
With a week now between here and 6 days, 5 days between now and Liberty, gives you a little more time. I feel like I've been asking this every week, but I'll ask again. How close? Well, what's the hope with Acacia that maybe this week you can get her a little closer to?
Yeah, I think she's moving better. She feels better. She's got a little bit more bounce to her step as she walks. She's moving. She's run a little bit on treadmill, but she's not played any basketball. And so I think that we're thankful that right now there's no surgery, and we're thankful that she's doing well and that she's recovering well, but she's still not quite game ready. And so, but you couldn't ask for her to do any more than you've seen her on the sideline in the huddles, and she does that in practice when she's not doing her rehab. She's involved in drills. She's involved with players. She's been involved in every way that you could want a leader to be involved in.
I know she's not a senior, but still the big part she's had with him. What can you say for what Alexis has done for you guys this year? Because if anybody's ever just given it everything you've got, whether being kind of the iron person now, being out there almost 40 minutes,
Yeah,
and really kind of trying to pick the slack up with the depth and with the injuries and everything. Feels like she's given you guys everything
she has, and she's always been a competitor. But last year we were able to play her fewer minutes, so she was sharper when she was in there. And now there's some mental fatigue that happens as well, and some physical fatigue. But she's a competitor, and she's a winner, and she's not going to give in. She is not going to give in. And so I thought she played really well against FIU, and we had miscue down the stretch there, but. She's played really well throughout that whole game, and that's what we need her to do for us to have a chance. This is the second time in her career that we've been in a spot where we've been 1 or 2 in our conference and then had an injury and then trying to hang on down the stretch. And so, she's a competitor, she's a winner, and she's not going to give up. I can guarantee you that.
With the FIU, we always struggle shooting the ball with that game, but I feel like a lot
Right.
more better than FIU game. That hopefully, a catalyst for y'all getting, the shooting percentage up as we get to the final game and into the conference play.
That's it. That's what we've needed. And even though we shot the ball better, we didn't shoot the ball real well down the stretch like we needed to. And then we had even on the road, there were some times when we had leads, but I felt like we were missing some easy shots that we needed those points, and that kind of came back to get us a little bit. But I'm encouraged. I think the players were encouraged by really the ball movement was as positive as the final shot. Now we need the shot to go in, obviously, but the ball movement early in the game was really strong, and that was good. That we weren't trying to. We were looking for and hunting. I think we might have had 10 assists at halftime. I don't remember, but we were hunting assisted shots, because assisted shots are usually higher percentage shots. And so, and I thought the players did a great job. All the girls did a great job of being unselfish, moving the ball, and we found the best shot for us at the time, and that resulted in, shooting the ball better, and some threes fell in. And so I hope that carries over. We'll get into practice today, and there's no reason not to believe that it won't. But I think we've got to stay focused on the things that have gotten us in trouble, which is losing our composure or our poise, maybe getting rattled or sped up, doing some things that weren't fundamentally sound. Maybe not boxing out. We got to stay focused on some of those things and just keep working on the offensive stuff that we've been doing. I think it's different for each player. I think that maybe one player, it might have been a little mental fatigue because they played a lot of minutes or had a lot of pressure, whatever it was. For another player, it might be just they're trying to improve on executing a fundamental play. And so each player is different. But yes, it comes down to just staying poised and staying in the moment and trying not to get into a spot where you're trying to do something spectacular. Just do things that are fundamentally sound.
Anything else?
Thank you, guys.